Number 18, Resolution 18, so if I can have our readers read it, please.
Be it resolved that ABP fund a feasibility study to determine the cost of startup and operation of the former Ranchers Beef Plant at Balzac for the purpose of allowing producers involved in value chains a facility where slaughter costs and access are guaranteed.
Mover Lyndon Mansell, Zone 8. Seconder Pat Rutledge.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, if I could indulge the group, the mover of this motion from our Marwayne Fall producer meeting has managed to adjust his schedule so he could be here to speak to this motion today, and I would really appreciate your time and your understanding. I would introduce Dr. Gary Hetherington.
Okay, as a delegate's requested the doctor to speak, please go ahead.
Thanks, Linda. I appreciate the opportunity of being able to address this. Basically, this was presented on behalf of our group up there. We have 288 shareholders that have probably invested in excess of $3.2 million in packing plant projects. We've done market studies. We've had consultants in. 2 years ago in 2006, we had 3 options to slaughter our product. And at the present time, we can't even get our product on the stores in our own towns. And that's because we're going head to head with the 2 major packers that supply or that do 95% of the slaughter in Western Canada. We need a place where we can guarantee access of slaughter and we can guarantee delivery. And I think Grant made a very good point this morning when he brought out Stouffer's and said that they had very good success dealing with one small retailer. In Western Canada, we are dealing with retailers like Loblaws or Safeways or some of the larger chains. Well, we can't supply all our needs, but if you look at Overweighty or if you look at Thrifties or if you look at, in our case, Federated Co-op, which has a 7% market share in Western Canada, we can supply their needs, work directly, close the loop, increase the efficiency. And one of the things that I did find in all this discussion is market access and productivity and increasing production. There was very, very limited talk on profitability. And I heard Alma criticized because of the cost benefit analysis. I haven't seen very much study on what has happened to our beef industry in Western Canada. And our market share has dropped from 24% in '89 to 16% that it is today. We have to regain that. We have to increase the profitability back to the producers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. A seconder.
Mr. Chairman, I'm not sure I should support the motion. I've known Gary for a long time. He talked me into buying shares in 2 packing plants that have since failed, so he's cost me a lot of money. Now he's got me up here speaking to his motion. But seriously, Gary had a vet clinic. He sold that a number of years ago, and he's pretty much devoted his life to developing a value chain. Talks a lot of us into doing the on-farm food safety thing, age verifying, all those types of things, to try and achieve the same goals that the Canada Beef Advantage program does, or the recent, or the Alberta Meat Strategy. A lot of the same goals, and as you mentioned, packing plants seem to be a roadblock. I know I'm involved in a value chain where we get killed. The big plants don't want to kill for smaller value chains, and our costs are $250 plus and rising. Some of the numbers Gary's put together thinks we can do this for $180. I'm not sure, with a $20 a head financing fee to help pay for the plant. I'm not sure if that's before or after, or on top of the 180 or included. But what he's looking for this resolution is maybe to get an independent audit to check his numbers, and basically what he wants from ABP is an endorsement or something to give it some credibility, and hopefully the funding might come from alms. Maybe Dr. Honor might have some comments on that one.
Okay, Thank you. Is there anyone who wishes to speak in opposition to open the debate? Mark?
I don't know if I want to speak in so much opposition as this ALMA is just starting up, and the board meets in January, I believe, with their $56 million budget. A lot of what they plan on doing, is this not fall under their mandate? I mean, with Mr. Grinneveld, what he's told us, isn't these the kind of strategies that he is wanting producers to enter into, and wouldn't it be possible to have it funded out of ALMA to be able to, maybe to go there and lobby from that money there, from that, those funds?
Okay, well, I'll take your comment as in opposition since you feel somebody else should do it. So the debate is open. Is there anyone else who wishes to enter the debate on the a feasibility study funded by ABP to determine the cost of startup and operation of the former Ranchers Beef Plant?
Before we vote on something like this, I know for myself, I've heard a lot of rumors about what's going on with Ranchers Beef, but does anybody in the room have actual facts as to the ownership, the projected plans for this plant, and if so, if they could come forward?
Okay, there's a request for information. Is there anyone who could help us with that information? Doctor, any idea?
At the present time, the former Ranchers Beef is still owned primarily by Centerra Meats. They have a number of proposals that have been presented to them. They are going to move the property. At the present time, there is no deal in effect.
Okay, that's, I think, all the information we have on that. Any further comments on the debate on this motion? Seeing none, I will ask for the mover to close debate.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm afraid we feel a bit like those two guys in the aircraft that landed on that piece of ice, and we're going to stomp our feet until somebody picks us up. The opportunity to form a value chain is, as Mr. Bali correctly pointed out, is one of the targets of ALMA. And we feel that ABP may even become a catalyst rather than a financial backer in this feasibility study. I'm quite sure that the governments of Saskatchewan and Manitoba would probably find a way to participate as well. Right now, the only value chain that most of us as cull cows have is haul the Nilsons, pay Nilsons to sell them, watch Nilsons take them home, watch Nilsons kill them. We want to improve that. We want to be able to stand on our own feet. Thank you.
Thank you. Debate is now closed. All those in favor of the resolution, please raise your hands. Keep them up so we can get a count. All those opposed? Resolution is 29 to 26. The resolution is carried. 29 in favor, 26 in opposition.